Well, it's Saturday the 2nd of May. As I said last week, I've been ruminating like a bull. Ironically, in our current situations, as we move towards the full moon next week, it will provide good weather to think about housing and the domestic environment. This is episode 2017 of 301 Permanently Moved to Online, a personal podcast 301 seconds in length, written, recorded and edited in 1 hour by me at the JMO. I know, it's Saturday. I didn't think I was going to make a podcast this week, despite last week making an episode on feeling inspired and not needing any approval to do anything creatively. Yesterday, there was just nothing there. The only reason I make this podcast is for me, not anybody else, and I didn't feel like making one. CBA, as they say. I spent a great deal of time yesterday lying on my bed, listening to the rain on the window. I've been drifting away from social media once again. I'm finding very little of value in it beyond log-level observation. I've tuned my feeds down to just seeing opinions from people I value. Yesterday, apart from having some DM conversations, I didn't really look at it at all. My little timer app says 23 minutes on Twitter yesterday, and today, as I write this script, is currently 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Also, I've been working this week on a new podcast, finally getting around to attempting some writing, recording and editing of something longer than 5 minutes in length. I finished the first rough audio edit and it came to 59 minutes in length, without intro or credits. Far too long. I'm discovering what I'm going to cut as I do the second edit. They'll need some bits that I'll need to drop in, but it's an interesting process. It might only be 5 minutes or something that gets killed, but every little helps. I know for next time, and future endeavours, that I personally think the target length should be about 25 minutes. It means some of the future ideas I have need to shift in shape. It's okay though, I've learnt a lot already, like how long I can read a script until my voice gets craggy. I am honestly in awe of audiobook readers, and I only had to read 10,000 words. Anyways, it'll soon be out here on this feed. I'm recording parts of part 2 next week, and I have a few interviews lined up too. So I'll be investigating how all that's going to work. The main thing I did yesterday though was watch old British Pathé videos of coronations of May Queens. There are a few videos of Margate's May Queens being crowned, and there's a video from Ramsgate in 1937, a one Gwen Bourne, 19 years old, being crowned at the bandstand at the Plains of Waterloo. There are loads of these videos, most of them are silent. I'll also include a photo of my Aunty Carol being crowned May Queen in the show notes sometime in the 60s. There is a video from Eslow, Bedfordshire from 1936 that has some commentary.
The merry month of May is supposed to be the children's festival, and these boys and girls of a Bedfordshire school are seeing that it is. They probably don't know that the maypole was usually made of birch. This year's May Queen is 12-year-old Betty Crouch. Who wouldn't be a May Queen with such a coachman? Betty is escorted by all the former May Queens, the little ladies in waiting who ain't gonna reign no more. And after the coronation of good Queen Bess, the dancing on the village green begins. And what if the law did once forbid the maypole? They know that the only May politics worthwhile are the old English dances.
Isn't that wonderful? 1936. What do you think of that line? What if the law did forbid the maypole? The only May politics worthwhile are the old English dances. What do you think it meant at the time to the people on that village green? The Long Parliament's Ordinance of 1644 described maypoles as a heenish vanity, generally abused to superstition and wickedness. Also, The Two Babylons, an anti-Catholic conspiracist pamphlet from 1853, is a good read too. Imagine what it means for a community to crown someone a queen, even just for a day. The agency a community has over its own affairs. A coronation, from corone to crown or adorn with a garland. It's a shame, as the world has begun to turn around commercial rhythms and interpretations of the seasons, that we don't celebrate the outside more, or adorn one's door or shop fronts with garlands, celebrating the new season ahead. Does it smack of Catholicism, or something much older and more important? Why has it gone away? I remember the first time that I did a maypole dance. I can't remember if it was a May celebration or for Pentecost. And did I learn the pattern at church or at school? I forget. I do, however, remember my nana, who despite everything was always a farm girl at heart, and her elation as I told her I was going to be doing the dance, whilst looking up from the floor of their back room. "You hear that, Laurie?" I can still hear her call that out now. My memories of the dance are hazy. I don't remember much. Feelings more than images. We were on Kitty's Green just down from the church. The photo I mentioned is taken in the same place. I remember the joy of skipping with a ribbon, the feeling as they wound round the pole. We are all in this together. As we continue, the pattern will grow and it will bring us literally and perhaps figuratively closer together. Perhaps at some point when we can all dance and sing together again, there should be a ceremony one that binds and shows the complicated connections that we all share that are part of the larger whole.